Hello everyone, myself Gargi Roy. I'm the Assistant Professor of Electrical Engineering Department of JIS College of Engineering. Today I am going to discuss about a particular topic of illumination engineering which is related to the photometry. The subject code of illumination engineering is EE702C for BTech. The subject is generally taught in final year electrical engineering 7th semester examination, and it is also taught in the diploma section, and the subject code of illumination engineering for diploma is EES5 ILE. That means it is taught for diploma engineering in 5th semester of 3rd year syllabus. So the credit of this subject is 4 and it is an elective subject. Now I am going to discuss about the course objective: to provide an introduction to the fundamentals of illumination engineering and architectural lighting design, to impart lighting fundamentals, measurement and technology and their application in the analysis and design of architectural lighting system. In this outcome based education system, each course has some outcomes by which students will be able to understand the need of good illumination and learning the physics behind various luminous sources, their terms and units. They can identify different types of criteria for selection of lamps in case of indoor and outdoor space. They can perform calculations on photometric performance of light sources and luminaires for lighting design. They can evaluate different types of lighting design and application. So today's course overview is definition related to the photometry. Before I am going to the topic, first of all I want to say that illumination engineering is based on light and different types of light sources. Okay, so mainly the source of light is the sun. In the ancient age, human life revolves with the sunrise and sunset, right? But we get the sunlight for a particular period of time of a day. That's why it is not very much for our daily task. That's why different types of artificial sources are required nowadays. And without the artificial source of light, we cannot complete our task because we get the sunlight for a particular period of time for a day, right? So these types of artificial sources are useful for different types of lighting scheme and lighting designs. So to complete design of lighting, some definitions are required to calculate different types of luminous flux, luminous intensity and others factors. So these calculations are very important for complete lighting design, which are very helpful to complete our task. So that's why some definitions which are related to the photometry are very important, because if we don't know the definitions, their units and their usefulness, then we cannot be able to complete a lighting design for perform any task without the help of sun. That means we are dependent on the artificial light sources. So for complete a lighting design which is completely dependent on artificial sources, we should know some definitions and some factors, their units and their applications. They are very important for this lighting design. So let's go to the definitions which are related to the photometry as well as different types of lighting design. So first of all, utilization factor. Utilization factor or coefficient of utilization may be defined as the ratio of total lumens received on the working plane to the total lumens emitted by the light source. That is, utilization factor equal to lumens received on the working plane by lumens emitted by the lamp. That means lumens is the unit of luminous flux. So luminous flux received on the working plane by any lighting source, okay, by lumens emitted by the lamp. Now factor affecting utilization factor. Type of light, light fitting, color surface of walls and ceiling, mounting height of lamps, area to be illuminated. So these factors are very related to the utilization factor, because type of light, what type of light we are using, what type of light fitting we are using, and also the color surface of walls and ceiling, their brightness and contrast, mounting height of lamps from the surface, and the area to be illuminated. These factors are very important for utilization factor, because utilization factor is dependent on these factors. Its value lies between 0.4 to 0.6 for direct fittings. It varies from 0.1 to 0.35 for indirect fittings. Okay. Now waste light factor. When a surface is illuminated by number of lamps, there is certain amount of wastage due to overlapping of light waves. Obviously, because a number of lamps are present in a place, then some lights of the lamp are wastage. Why? Because they are overlapping to each other. So that's why some amount of light is wastage. So that is called as waste light factor, and its value will be between 1.2 to 1.5. So in this figure we can see 3 lamps are present. That's why some lights are overlapping, some amount of light is overlapping. So 50% is wasted, 10% is in glare, and 40% is productive. Okay. Now reflection factor. Reflection factor, it may be defined as the ratio of luminous flux leaving the surface to the luminous flux incident on it. Its value will be always less than 1. Reflectance factor equal to reflected light by incident light. Okay. Now absorption factor. When the atmosphere is full of snow or smoke fumes, it absorbs some light. Hence, absorption factor may be defined as the ratio of net lumens available on the working plane after absorption to the total lumens emitted by the lamp. Its value varies from 0.5 to 1. Okay. Next, very important term, that is depreciation factor or maintenance factor. It may be defined as the ratio of illumination under normal working condition to the illumination when everything is clean or new. So the ratio of illumination under normal working condition to the illumination when everything is clean and new, that is depreciation factor equal to illumination under normal working conditions by illumination when everything is clean. This depreciation factor and maintenance factor is based on how often the lights are cleaned and replaced. It takes into account such factors are decreased efficiency with age, accumulation of dust within the fitting itself, and the depreciation of reflectance as walls and ceiling age. For convenience, it is usually given as three options. Good depreciation factor equal to 0.70, medium depreciation factor equal to 0.65, poor depreciation factor equal to 0.55. So as a whole, we can say that depreciation factor or maintenance factor is completely dependent on the maintenance on the light sources, right? Now, purpose of maintenance factor. All luminaires reduce in light output as they age. The purpose of the maintenance factor is to allow for the depreciation of light over the application lifetime of the project. If the correct maintenance factor is not applied or no maintenance factor at all is applied, then the light levels required for the design will not be maintained for the entirety of the nominated application life. Now, the word application life. What is application life? Application life is defined as the period when illuminance level will fall below the prescribed standard for the application. Most suppliers refer to a 50,000 hour product life. So how does a 50,000 hour lifetime related to the application? 15 hours per day. So that means 7 days per week. That is equal to how many hours? 5475 hours per annum. That means 5475 hours per annum. So 50,000 hours by 5475 hours equal to 9 years application life. Clear? Now some definitions which are related to the maintenance factor. First, luminaire maintenance factor. This factor indicates how the luminous flux of the luminaire decreases due to contamination. To minimize their loss, lighting designers create a maintenance plan with maintenance intervals as per CIE standard 97 to 2005. For example, if the light emitting surface is in a clean environment and is thoroughly cleaned once a year, then the luminous flux will decrease by a maximum of 7% between cleanings. Next, LLMF, that is lamp lumen maintenance factor. So the amount of light from the light source at a specific time in the future is referred to as the lamp lumen maintenance factor. This factor indicates the minimum luminous flux the luminaire has at the end of its useful life. This is 50,000 hours, equivalent to about 12.5 years in an office or shopping center for professional equipment. The industry standard L8T means that when the 50,000 hours are reached, at least 80% of the initial luminous flux remains. Next, lamp survival factor. This factor indicates how the total failure of individual bulbs should be assessed. Since modern lighting systems are now implemented exclusively with LED technology and failed bulbs are replaced quickly, the lamp survival factor can generally be assumed to be 1. Okay. Next, RSMF, room surface maintenance factor. This factor indicates how the luminous flux decreases due to contamination of the ceiling, walls and floor. In a light calculation, material dependent reflection values, assuming pristine condition, are used for the surfaces which gradually decrease as space is used. So maintenance factor equal to LMF into LLMF into LSF into RSMF. Clear? Now I am going to an example. Consider these two similar luminaires in the same application. So first I am discussing about the environment. So illuminance target is 200 lakhs maintained for application life. Okay. So application life, that is 9 years per 50,000 hours. Now specified operating hours for space 15 hours per day. So 7 days per week equal to 5475 hours per annum, and 5475 hours per annum into 9 years, that is equal to 49,275 hours. That means 49,275 hours. And luminaire cleaning schedule every 3 years. And room type is normal large space. Okay. So here we can see luminaire A and luminaire B. Their performance level is 200 watts per 26,000 lumens. Similarly, in case of luminaire B, 200 watts per 26,000 lumens. Next, luminaire IP rating IP5X, IP5X. LMF equal to 0.84 and same as luminaire A. LMF equal to 0.84 for B, luminaire B. LLMF, that is luminaire A, for 0.70 and for luminaire B 0.90. LSF 1 for both, RSMF 0.92 for both. So maintenance factor, that is equal to MF equal to LMF into LLMF into LSF into RSMF. Already it is discussed in the previous slides. So MF equal to 0.54 for the luminaire A, and for for luminaire B it is 0.70. Okay. So luminaire performance at installation. So here we can see that luminaire A, the luminous flux level is 26,000 lumens and illumination level is 300 lux. Similarly for luminaire B, luminous flux is same as luminaire A, that means 26,000 lumens, and illumination is 300 lux. So after 9 years or 50,000 hours, luminaire performance at application life. So for luminaire A, we can see that the luminous flux level is very much decreased, that is 14,040 lumens, and illumination level is also decreased, that is 162 lux. But for luminaire B, the light flux level is 18,200 lumens and illumination is 210 lux, right? So what is the impression? That is for luminaire A, output, light output depreciates below the acceptable level, and therefore the illuminance level at application life, that is 162 lakhs, does not comply with the target illuminance of 200 lakhs, right? Because here it is given that target is 200 lakhs, and luminaire B light output maintains the acceptable level, and therefore the illumination level at application life 210 lakhs does comply with the target illuminance of 200 lakhs. Here, next example 2. So here illuminance target is also 200 lakhs, that is maintained for application life, and application life is 9 years per 50,000 hours. Specified operating hours of space, that is 15 hours per day, 7 days per week, that is equal to 5,475 hours per annum. And for 9 years, the total amount of hour equal to 49,275, that means 49,275 hours. Okay, so luminaire cleaning schedule every 3 years, and room type is normal large space. So again I am repeating it, that performance for luminaire A and B, first one is 200 watts per 26,000 lumens, and for B 150 watts per 19,500 lumens. Luminaire IP rating IP5X, IP5X for luminaire B also. LMF are same for both, that is 0.84. LLMF for luminaire A is 0.7 and for luminaire B is 0.9. LSF equal to 1 for both luminaire A and B. RSMF equal to 0.92 for both luminaire A and B. Now maintenance factor MF equal to LMF into LLMF into LSF into RSMF, that is equal to 0.54 for luminaire A and 0.70 for luminaire B. Now I am going to the picture. So first of all, for luminaire A, we can see that luminaire performance at installation, that is 26,000 lumens, and illumination level is 400 lakhs. And for luminaire B, 19,500 lumens and lakhs level is 300 lakhs. But after 9 years, we can see that the lumen level, that means luminous flux, will be 14,040, and lakhs level, that means illumination equal to 216 lakhs. And for luminaire B, the lakhs is 210 lakhs, that means illumination is 210 lakhs, and light flux equal to 13,650 lumens. Okay, so in this instance, the light output of both luminaire A and B is maintained above the application life illuminance level target of 200 lakhs, and therefore both comply. However, luminaire B offers a 25% of energy saving, 150 watt versus 200 watt, when compared with luminaire A, presenting a more economical option. Okay. Now these are the reference for today's topic. So thank you for watching and your kind cooperation. Thank you.